Okay, good morning dear students. Today we will solve an example of relative extrema. The question is find the relative extrema of the function f(x) equal to x to the power 4 minus x cube. Okay, first we need to find the critical point for this function. The function is f(x) equal to this. The first derivative of this function is f dash x equal to 4x to the power 3 minus 3x to the power 2. Okay, and we know about uh, the the condition for critical point that the first derivative equal to 0. It means f dash x equal to 0 equal to 4 x to the power 3 minus 3x square, and this is equal to we can take x square is common, then we have 4x minus 3 and equal to 0, and this is implies x equal to 0 and x equal to 4 upon 3 upon 4, 3 upon 4. Okay, it's mean 3 upon 4 is 0. 0.75 approximately 0.75. Now we have two critical point uh, in the we have two critical point for the function f(x) equal to x to the power 4 minus x cube. Graphically we have the number of interval between the minus infinite to infinite. One is 0, one is the between 0 to infinite, one is minus infinity to 0. Okay, one is one interval is minus infinity to 0, second interval is 0 to 0.75, 0.75, this point is 0, and second interval is 0 to 0.75, and third interval is between 0.75 to infinity. Okay, so we have three interval in which we need to find the relative extrema of the function. Okay, so for this function, for this f dash x, for this f dash x equal to 4x cube minus 3x square. Okay, when we find we can check the positive and negative slope for this function between the interval this and this. Okay, in this interval suppose we put minus 1 at minus 1 x equal to minus 1, then 4 and minus 1 to the power 3 is minus 1, this is minus 4 minus 3, it is equal to minus 7. It means at minus 1, suppose that this point is minus 1, at minus 1 the slope is negative. It means the graph the slope is negative. At minus 1 the slope is negative. Sorry, at minus 1 the slope is negative. This is the negative slope at minus 1. Okay, and it means between this interval between minus infinity to 0, and similarly at minus 2 this is a negative slope. Similarly minus for every negative number between minus infinity to 0 the slope is negative. The function is decreasing between minus infinity to 0. Okay, and between 0 to 0.75, let us take a point between 0 to 0.75 is 0.5. For 0.5 the slope of this function is 4, and 0.5 is 1 upon 2 to the power 3 minus 3 and 1 upon 2 to the power 2. It is equal to 4 upon 8 minus 3 upon 4. It is equal to 1 upon 2 minus 3 upon 4. Again it is negative. Minus 1 upon 2 is 0.5 and minus 0.75. It is equal to 0.25 minus 0.25. Again this in this interval the function is again negative. Okay, again the slope of this function is again negative between this interval. It means the graph is like this. Okay, so we between this interval at 0 the value of the function is 0. At 1 the between this interval the graph of this function, this is the negative, the slope is negative. Between this interval the slope is negative, okay, and between this interval the slope is negative, or we can write it like this, okay. Now for this interval the slope of this function is between 0.75 to infinite. Let us take a point between 0.75 to infinite is 1. F dash 1, the slope at f dash 1, when you put 1 then this is a 4 minus 3 equal to 1, the slope is positive. Similarly for f2 the slope is positive. Similarly for 0.8 the slope is positive, and it's mean the between the interval 0 to infinity the slope is positive. This graph like this. Okay, this graph like this. The slope is this is the critical. We have basically two critical point. One is the 0, other is 1. This is the critical point, like a critical point at which the okay, this is a critical point, and at this point the graph is like this. Okay, this is a critical point. So between 0 to minus infinity to infinity, the slope is negative, the function is decreasing. The function is decreasing, slope negative. Okay, between 0 to this the function is decreasing and slope is negative. Between this function is increasing, slope is positive. Okay, so between minus infinity to 0 the slope is negative. Between 0 to 0.75 again the slope is negative, the function is decreasing. Between 0.0775 to infinity the slope is positive and function is increasing. So this is the all about the point of critical point and the decreasing and increasing of the function and the relative extrema and relative minimum and maximum value of the function. Okay, student, thank you.